Over the next 2 weeks, your favorite Apollo Crypto Contest winners are going head-to-head to win the grand prize of $30,000. They cannot win without your support.
I love music so much, and I had this like guilt sitting in me that I wasn't doing it enough anymore, and something was like pulling me to it. I started to immerse myself in the club scene, and that is when I discovered house music. I befriended all the DJs at my work. I was like, this is so cool. Like, I feel like we need more women behind here. I got myself $100 little mini controller, and I was like, I'm gonna just like see what I can do. I started to build an image, and I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that I can do this for a career. I am just so excited to continue to like share music with the world.
I kind of started filmmaking just before high school. I have always made little things, but I started really pursuing filmmaking just before high school, and it's taken off at a rate that I really couldn't imagine. I feel like film is something that's both impacted by the world and it impacts the world. I think I pride myself on to blend comedy and drama in a way that's, I feel like it's relatable, and it's also just, it's something that makes you think. I feel like comedy is a useful tool for that. I really think that I'm going somewhere with this whole filmmaking thing, and I'm excited to see where that is. I think that having a foundation and just a passion for creating is going to be big for me as I start to pursue film as a career.
I recorded my first song when I was 5 years old. We were in my grandma's basement. My dad is a musician, so I like to say that music comes to me naturally. He plays music by ear. I developed the ability to play music by ear. So I'd say that that's a lot of my inspiration musically. I would say my why is just to inspire people. Whatever emotion I'm trying to portray in the song, I want that person to feel it and just walk away with that message of feeling inspired and powerful, like they can do anything, because that's what I've done. I would like to be the role model that I didn't have and that I wanted growing up. I am a believer, and I say that we were created to be in community. Just having that strong community behind me is everything.
I make Christian pop music. I want to make music that the average listener, whether they are a believer or not, will listen to it and enjoy it. Yeah, I've been making music out of my bedroom since I was like 14. Haven't given up on it, and I've kind of built year over year on it, and eventually made it out of the bedroom into actual studios. My music is very hopeful, inspiring. That's the reason I make music. It's how I cope with some of the emotions that I have, and I feel like if it can speak to one person, it's worth it. Week 4 was a huge blessing. I was able to finish my album, which I put out last week. It was my 3rd studio album. That was a huge blessing, so I want to thank the whole community for that.
I do things for education. I do like functional art, which would be artwork with purpose. I do wall art. I do a lot of things. The art is kind of like fun, educational, and also pretty to look at. I created functional learning tools that would be the non-traditional way of in-class learning, but also it's like a way to engage kids without them feeling like they're learning, more like game-like. Kids who have sensory issues or trouble like focusing on a regular paper and pen. Learning doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun, and it can also be creative. My Happy Craft motto is creating memories one craft at a time.
I'm a country rock singer-songwriter based out of Fort Worth, Texas. Was not trying to be a singer-songwriter in front of a bunch of people. Was trying to actually be behind the scenes. But after a couple years of playing other people's bands and writing songs for other people, I picked up the guitar and started to get in front of people myself. Just taught a lot about hard work and earning everything that you receive. And I still believe that to this day. At 25 years old, I've been applying that to my dream that I chase here. I would love to use this experience and use the prize for this experience to fund the dream that I chase.
It's become somewhat of an obsession, but an obsession through passion. I'm in love with music.
I am Omar Nasser, a singer from Lebanon. So ever since I was a kid, my dream was to become a singer. I couldn't achieve it, given that I needed some funds to release my own song. And this is when I got the idea to go into teaching academically in 3 different universities to fund my first song release.
Many people don't really know how to express their feelings, but we all feel, right? Feeling is a universal sentiment. So I guess everyone feels, but not everyone can express their feelings. So I really hope my songs would be a way supposedly to bring 2 lovers back together. This year I'm planning to release my first album. It will include around 6 songs. It will be titled Double O, which is Omar's Originals.
I am originally an oil painter. Within the past 5 years I switched to watercolor. Most of my inspiration comes from nature and like intricacies and patterns in nature, and I get a lot of inspiration when I travel and just get outside side. What I really love is drawing attention to details that are easily overlooked. I am just like very much an encourager of other artists. Essentially, I would use the money to use my resources to promote other artists. Apollo is the first cryptocurrency that I have ever purchased or dabbled in, a cryptocurrency that has purpose and a purpose that I can get behind.
I'm currently working as a struggling artist. I usually work with oil paints and do impressionism, abstract, and psychedelic art. But sometimes I experiment with acrylic and pour paint as well. I started painting when I was about 13. I watched a lot of Bob Ross and learned his techniques, and then I started branching out and doing more abstract art as I got older. When I moved out, I had to buy my own art supplies and they got really expensive. So I started selling a few of my paintings, but eventually they just started piling up all over my apartment. It's always been a dream of mine since I was a little girl to own my own art gallery so people can view and purchase my paintings.
I'm a gym owner. I train lots of different kinds of people. I don't only train people for being muscular or just getting thinner, but also I train lots of people older age, people that have certain illnesses as well. But also I create content on my social medias where I focus on lots of recipes. I only started on social media because of COVID. I had to close the gym down. Yeah, I have massive passion about it because I always been doing it, so I don't really know anything else. Anything you do, you should have a passion for, right? And I would buy some equipment in my gym. The COVID did hurt my business quite a lot. I have to calm down a little bit with Apollo. I have a problem to sleep because I think about it too much. There's nothing like this in crypto yet. There's nothing.
I am so excited to be in the All-Star competition for the creator contest. I'm really grateful for all of your votes. The week that I participated in the creator contest, I have been diligently painting. I'm working on a trip painting behind me, but I've also been working on a couple of little series of paintings and on my Christmas ornaments. If I win the All-Star round, I plan on using my funds to make some larger paintings. The cost of supplies is super high, and well worth it.
Oh, I'm so grateful, and it was really fun to be a part of it and to meet this community. I am starting an art program here in Las Vegas for children where I will be hosting free art classes and just really creative therapy classes for kids that might be struggling at school, struggling with friends, struggling with their identity, or just finding something that they have a passion for. It'll just help the classes, and it'll help the foundation grow bigger and faster so we can have enough help on board to help these children.
The person with the most votes wins $30,000. That's a lot of money. It's going to be exciting to see who wins on the other side of this contest. So go buy some Apollo, hold it in your wallet, and vote for your favorite artist or creator. Pay attention to the details on the screen so you can vote.